welcome. This is another life coaching video, and this is about my lifetime goals. And this is in my last notebook, and I wrote them down here. And I've got the the details from a planner that I've got, which is this one here. Now I haven't used this all the time, but I did use it to do like the sort of journal questions, and this is a really good planner. I don't use it all the time, but as and when I use this for. And they've got at the beginning sort of questions. You've got like a goal setting there, and then you've got these sections where you can journal, and then you've got like strategies and habits, and I do like to set lifetime goals, because I do think it's good to have ambition and drive. So you know, and it could be, you know, whatever you want it to be, as long as that you have the full picture and you visioning, because visioning the things that you want to achieve will help you to get nearer to them. And the one thing that I always do, and if you want to know, my Pinterest account is under Carrie's Blog Network Pinterest, and I do have a board there for my this year's goals and a vision board, and I've done other vision boards as well. So so the first thing I want to achieve this year is to create more laughter and comedy on TV and develop more shows on TV. Now, I didn't know that I had a children's programme out as a kid. I did, called the Get Along Gang, and I wrote it at school, and then it became a children's programme. And I actually thought someone stole the idea. I actually thought that someone else had come up with the idea, and it was made into a TV programme. So I felt like I missed out, you know, because it was like, well, I came up with that story, but no, it wasn't telly. But I would like to. I've been writing a book called Mum and Me, and towards the end of it now, and it's been getting a lot of interest from TV stations, and I'm working with someone very well known who has his own TV program and works on a game show. I'll leave it there. But here for the time in. But yeah, there's like Mum and Me is going to be a TV program, and so I'm really looking forward to that, along with some other programs that I'm going to be working on. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then I want to create a concert stroke. I love musicals. I've loved musicals since I was a kid, and so I really would like to create a musical around swing music, because I've seen those sorts of shows and I really love them, and it's something that I really would like to get into is theatre productions. And so I thought of a really good one to do, which is celebrating swing music. So that's that. I love writing creative stories, so that's basically, I just want to continue writing. It's one of my loves, and I'm now doing it for a living, and I love it. I love my blogs and other sites, and yes, I do. So that's my current, where I'm at the minute, but I wrote them down because they are important to me. I want to do more communicating and help people with film blogs and books. Yes, that's why I'm doing these videos, because I've suffered with mental health, and it can often be put against you a lot of the time if you're not around the right kind of people, you know. because a lot of people don't really understand mental health unless they've had a mental health issue themselves, you know. And it's not the fact of, oh, buckle up, you know. I hate them sort of words. It's more, you would just want somebody that's going to listen or just be with you, you know, when you're feeling very vulnerable in terms of your mental health. And you know, I want to do. I've been doing a lot of work. If you look on my Twitter, and I've changed the name of my Twitter account name. It's called The Typical London Gal. And I share tweets, a lot of messages of topics that are coming up. So I'm trying to, I'm helping with the police with child abuse and bullying, and also online trolling and bullying, because it can go hand in hand, and hacking as well, because that's common now we've got the internet. So I want to do lots more blogs and lots more videos to help people, because, you know, if you are being abused and bullied in a minute, then, you know, don't fear and get in contact with me. I do have a website called the Archangels Network.wordpress.com, which is for child abuse and bullying victims, because it can go still, and you can, even if you're an adult, you can still use it, you know, because it can continue into adulthood. So, you know, I want to continue to help people through my videos and blogs. And yes, the next thing I want to do is set up a workers association, so people that are stressed at work have somewhere to go to get support. But I'm also working with Mind.org as well. They are a fantastic organisation. They do so much work and raise awareness of mental health, because if you have been subject to bullying and abuse, it can cause a lot of mental health issues. Also, if you've been involved in a traumatic event, you know, if you've been, and I mean, lots of army officers, you know, get PTSD, which is a very horrific mental health sickness, because it is, and it's where you like freeze. And I didn't realise I had that until it was pointed out to me. So because of what happened to me last year, I was very, very suicidal and very, very down. I was not in a good place. I am suffering with PTSD now because of that, you know. But I am getting help. I'm getting online help, and that's why I'm doing these. That's why I'm working along with Mind.org as well, because they've been helping me an awful lot. Because they do so much, but there's different centres all over the UK, and they're expanding across the water now. And so, you know, check Mind.org to find where your nearest centre is, and they'll be happy to give you help and support if you need it. The next one is to so I've been creating. I've done another online course, which is now published, and it's a child safety and protection course, and it's under Carrie's Educational Network. And it's because I worked in a nursery setting, and it was really to to learn about the industry of running a nursery, and to because I want to do a lot of work with children as well, or who've been abused and bullied. And to do that, I wanted to work in a children's setting to see how they are now run, because obviously nurseries since when I was a kid in the 80s have now changed an awful lot. There's a lot more rules and regulations now when it comes to running the nursery, and being somebody that's been working with the law, I'm in the senior inside of some of the nurseries, and some of them were not hygienic, and as such, and lots of them were not safe. So, you know, and it made me look, and what I would like to do is bring back, if they're not already, bring back playgroups, because I love playgroup. I've got so much more out of playgroup than nursery and school put together. So I would really like to bring them back, because Sandy, who was our playgroup leader, along with Sue and another lady, they were terrific. They allowed us to play. They would sit and chat with parents. They were just very, very good, influential people, you know, and they'll always be influential to me, because of the way they were so approachable. They were so, you know, they knew how to talk to us and to, you know, help us. And I got so much more out of playgroup than anything else, you know. And you know, so I would like to develop more online courses. I'm putting together a life coaching courses as well. This video is also going to be added to. But if you want to watch it for free, then you can on YouTube beforehand. But yeah, so I want to develop more online courses because I really enjoy setting them up, and I really enjoy teaching and learning at the same time, you know. I think life is full of learning, and so, you know, and then that's what I want to do, some online courses. One thing I put is I can't wait to perform at my favourite theatres of all time, the London Palladium, and I'm hoping, because the London Palladium has been my favourite theatre since I was a kid. I loved it, and when my mum went there to see Tommy Steele in Singing in the Rain, I was dying to go to their London Palladium to see a show, and I finally did. I went to see Cannonball, who are my favourite double act of all time, and I'm not disregarding the other ones. You know, I will remember Uncle Bark and Uncle Corby. You know, they were great comedians, and you know, and I went into acting as well. You know, they were such great people, and you know, again, very influential to me. But you know, and I went to see Cannonball in Babes in the Wood at the London Palladium, and I absolutely loved it. And ever since a kid, I've wanted to perform on there, and it looks like it's going to be happening soon. Obviously, with lockdown, we still don't know where we are with that, but I'm hoping that we will soon. You know, I think people are just dying for normality. You know, they really are. So I'm looking forward to performing under Palladium, because I will be working with a very cuddly fox at some point. I'm waiting for him. So look forward to that. Creating new YouTube videos, that's what I'm doing. So I love creating these videos, and so that's what we're doing. Performing at Hammersmith Apollo. I known Hammersmith Apollo since it was called the Odeon, when it was part theatre, part cinema, and it was. And now it's a theatre, and I went there to see Billy Idol 7-8 years ago now. Blimey. But I've also been there to see a comedy stand-up show, and I'm really looking forward to performing there. So I was doing stand-up at Butlins, and it's something that I'm really looking forward to doing, you know. And the Hammersmith Apollo is one of my favourite venues, and so I'm really looking forward to that. And then, yes, working with a very favourite cuddly toy friend, Treble, Finley Fox. So, yeah, so that's it. That's, you know, that's my life to goals. And then underneath I've put my rewards. And well, they're more like my targets, so on my blog. So these are more like, because you could do things like this. When you do your goals, you be specific as possible, and underneath I've put rewards out of those goals. That once I achieve them, what I'd like to receive as a reward by doing all those things. And one is I would like 1,000 followers on my blog site. Now it's not because now a lot of people go into blog writing now thinking that they're going to get 1,000 followers straight away. That isn't the case. With blog writing, it takes a heck of a long time to establish and to gain an audience. Now, I need to go through actually the followers I have. I do now have around about, with all my blogs, about 500 followers now. Because I don't just write on one platform, I use various ones. Mainly Google, Visibent I came with again now, WordPress and Squarespace, and they are my sort of 4 main platforms that I'm using, and 5 blog loving. I blog on there as well, and I really am getting a good following now, but it takes time. And I don't. When I first started out, I was hoping to get followers, but I didn't really. It was when I look back, I thought I went in the wrong mindset. But looking back, no, I didn't. I was just finding my feet at first, which is what you need to do. You need to establish, what you really like to write about and what will reach out to the people that you want to read your blog. And I do think you need to set out like a business plan to go through, what you want your blog to represent and what you want it to do to, invite the audience into your world, into your blog. And so, I want more followers, not because of, it will gain me more representation, as well because I want to reach out to a lot more people, because, with mental health, I do, and being a victim of bullying and abuse, because it goes hand in hand, that I want to work together with people to help them, get themselves out of it, so they're not feeling stuck. Because often when you're being bullied or abused, you can often feel trapped and often feel isolated, and that there's no one there to listen to you and talk to. And I did a video 3 or 4 videos ago about how it can be very lonely, and it can. So I want to have 1,000 followers because I just want to reach out to more and more people. And so, and the next one is I would like a bestseller. So yes, I love writing. I love creating books. When I first started writing as a kid, it was children's books, and then as I've got older, I wrote my first novel called Alone in Water Happiness, and that's done really well for itself. But I would like a bestseller. It's something I really would like to achieve. The other is to well, this is a pipe dream, but I'll say anyway. I would like to win a BAFTA award for one of my programs, or one of my books that will potentially be on the telly. And so yes, that's that. And if I do ever receive that, I would be very grateful. Then it's box office #1 film for the Peabody Years. So I've been writing a book called the Peabody Years, but I'm changing it now. I'm gonna write it differently to how I plan to write it, and I want it to be more, not telling other people's stories, retelling my life through that when I lived on Peabody, because there was, like I said, there was lots of influential people that I knew at that time, and it was a big part of my life, you know. Being a state kid, there comes a lot of emotions and a lot of, you know, it can be like, feel like a battleground sometimes, but also it can be like a safe haven for for some, you know, sometimes. And there were times that I did enjoy living on the estate, like when we had our yearly fetes and our yearly Christmas parties and birthday parties and bingo nights, and you know, it was a good fun. And you know, so it's kind of going to be a celebration of me living on Peabody, but celebrating the kids that I knew and that are no longer around, or I no longer see. Same with the adults that lived on there and families. Because, you know, it was kind of like a world of its own in some way. So, you know, I really hope that when I do finally, when I get around to rewriting that book, that I do get a good reception from it. You know, I don't want it to be there for it to be used against anybody, but just to tell a story of a girl who came from Peabody Estate and what her life was like back then, you know. So that's what it's going to be only about. And I said, you know, if it does happen, I get to perform at the London Palladium and the Hammersmith Apollo, that you know, that you know, that it, you know, is, you know, everybody wants to see it, and it does well in the box office, and you know that people enjoy it so that much, so they want, you know, more of those shows. So, you know, I've got that written down. Number 1 albums. I'm working on music as well now, and I would like to have, you know, some albums out. And so that's another award. Another one is an NTA award, because that's where you know your work is really done really well, and it's been really, and so BAFTA has been really well received and really well recognised. And that's, you know, the things that I really would like to achieve, you know, in the next, say, 5 years. Because my lifetime goals are, you know, lifetime goals, they are things that you know you want to achieve. There's a point in your life, but you haven't put up a deadline. Now, when should you set a deadline? As you break them up. So what else I've done is that I've done 3-year goals, 1-year goals as well, and then at the back I've done my why, okay, and why I want to achieve those things. So that's just to help you. I mean, if you want to, so you know, now get yourself a notepad. I love working on A4 notepads because I find they're better for me. Yeah, what are your lifetime goals and what you like to achieve, with the rewards you like to receive when you achieve them. So, many thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.